Hello, guys. I don't know why it's so bright in here today, but it is. Hi. So, I wanted to do something because I read something, and it's something that we probably all read in the past, right? Oh, gosh. I don't want to hear myself. um, and I'm going to read it with you guys, okay? And I want you to tell me what you get from this, all right? Now, I'm trying to tie this into tarot, right? Healing, movement, travel, whatever that means for you, okay? This is a classic. I'm going to read it, okay? And then I want you guys to tell me what you think it means, okay? This is going to cover the power of resonance, okay? This is going to cover the power of perception, okay? This is going to cover how and show how, okay? Many people can hear or see the same thing, okay? But have a different outlook on that thing, okay? So I'm going to read this, and then I want you, the listener, okay, to tell me what you think it means, what its resonance is for you, okay? And, we'll just see where it goes with it. At the end of it, I'll do what I feel it means, and then we'll do a brief healing message overall, okay? But this is something a little different. Sometimes you gotta have some fun with it. It gets boring sometimes. Okay, so the reason why this came to me was because earlier today I got this card, okay? And it talks about the Two of Wands talks about being at a position in your life where you got to make a choice, right? You are faced with two different scenarios, two different ways you can go about doing something, two different actions you can take, two different ways in which you can take that action, okay? The Two of Wands doesn't get enough credit, okay? And this is also another card of perception. Because if you look at the card, okay, let's look at the card. My light is so like, whatever. This one right here is not being held by anything, right? But this one right here, if you can see down here, oof, my lighting, at the bottom, it's being held to the wall by something. This one's literally in your hand, okay? Now you can look at this as the future, and you can look at this as the past, or, okay, you can look at this card and say, you are at a point in your life where, yes, the world is your oyster, one. Two, you could look at this card and say, you're looking at all of your worldly experience before moving forward. You could also look at this card and not even envision this Two of Wands being behind you as your past, but this not even being an option that you can take and move forward with because it's being held down by something. You understand? So this card has many different interpretations. I'm going to read this card. Upright, it does say planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel plans. Okay? So I'm going to read this and you'll see why I showed you that card. Okay? So hold on. Let me pull it up. And it's a poem. This is a poem that many people have misinterpreted. Many people have taken lines out of context. A lot of I don't know, motivational type coaches, whatever, use this poem. And there's some things that you got to look deeply into to understand that it actually means something else. It is something that we have all heard before. Okay. So I'm going to read it and then we can talk. All right, let me see here. Come in and say hello. Let me know you're here because, as you know, they be playing. All right, let me pull it up. I am so hungry. Sorry. 7:17 on the time, 4:44 on the YouTube time. Okay, here we go. So, it is called The Road Not Taken. by Robert Frost. Okay? Listen. Open your ears. Listen. Because I'm telling you, it's going to sound different. Something different is going to resonate from this for you. You might hear it a different way. You might be able to put some things in your life into perspective in a different way. Listen. Okay. Whew, here we go. The road not taken, Robert Frost. Okay. It says, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Okay? So, I'm sure everybody's heard that poem before, right? So, those of y'all that are in here, what do you get from that poem? Hearing it. I'm sure for the millionth time in your life. What is it that comes to mind when you hear that? Okay? We're going to do a little brain teasing. That's what we're going to do. And even if not, y'all will probably watch this a couple times, okay? And it's going to do something different. Maybe it'll help you close out a cycle, close a chapter with less regret, less worry, less fear. Maybe it will help you pick a path once and for all, get on it, and take action. Let's break it down. We're going to break it down. I know YouTube is playing with my viewers. I know they are. It happens every live. Okay. So we're just going to keep the message flowing. You know, it is what it is. So the one thing that came to me when I read this poem again, and I actually had to read it a couple times because when you first read it, right, it sounds like we're talking about, you know, being at a crossroad, right? Having to choose a certain path to take, hoping we take the right path, you know, so on and so forth. But when you go further into it, right, it says two roads. It doesn't say two paths, correct? So what is the difference between a road and a path? Okay. A road is man-made for travel, right? A road is something a vehicle, a car, whatever, can ride down. A path is something that is made by being walked. You understand? Difference. So when we're talking about two paths to take, it's not talking about that, to be quite honest, okay? The next part, and he says, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler, long I stood. Okay, that goes even further to say, right? You can't tell if he's walking down the road, right? Or driving down the road, okay? Because he's saying, long I stood. So when you look up the definition of traveler, right? Traveling is, you know, could be by foot, by vehicle, by plane, whatever the case, okay? Traveling isn't always in a vehicle, right? Okay. Now, and look down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Okay. Meaning, and this, when I saw this part of it, it made me believe that, okay, you're able to stand at, right, a place, a certain spot, okay, and see as far down as you can. Who knows how far down that is? Now, us being intuitive, us having the gift of sight, right? Us having these certain gifts that allow us to see further down a road and or path than other people might be able to. Now, this goes to say, okay, some of you guys that are clairvoyant, other people are not. So when you're going down a path, you might be able to scan the path and see years down the road. Other people may not be able to. So, with that being said, what you see for your reality and your future is 9 times out of 10 going to be different than what someone else sees for theirs or even yours. So, what you see for yourself right now, you can see it. Doesn't mean someone else can. Again, it's your road to travel, right? Okay. Let's see. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, and leaves no step had trod black, oh I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Okay? Next it says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, 2 roads, right, diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. That part of it, okay? That last part of it. The 2 roads, right, that were diverged in a wood. This writer, right, took the one less traveled by. Now, we oftentimes think that taking the road less traveled means taking the more difficult road. We also think when we say taking the road less traveled, right, that, you know, others don't travel that one as much as we do. Again, another thing about perception and how you're looking at something and how you really open your mind and think about certain things. Okay? In this instance, when he's saying, I took the one less traveled by, that could just be physically seeing that one road looked more clearer than the other. Doesn't mean the one, okay, that was less clear was harder to travel down. You understand? Or easier. So, this writer taking the one less traveled by, he said that made all the difference. Okay, with that being said, what difference? What happened taking the road, the one less traveled by? We don't know. I say all this to say this. This right here is an interpretation, okay, of how tarot kind of works in a lot of people's lives. There really is truly, okay, there are truly gifted people. There are truly talented people. Everybody has gifts. Excuse me, spiritual birth. Others work on them and try to master them. It doesn't make them any better than another. But what this poem is making me realize and see is we all see things differently along our walk of life. Some people choose to go down a road that to others appear crazy, to others appear left-sided, appear, you know, out of this world. That's the only thing I could say. But to that individual, 1414, that is taking that road, they have been given, there's another reason why we keep saying 222. They have been given some type of guidance to travel that road. With that being said, it is not on us, okay, to judge another one's choice and how they try to travel and walk in this life, how people try to move in this life, because no one else has to be there at the crossroad, 1444 chosen ones, when you guys are having to, sometimes in an instant, make a choice between 2 separate things. And I also see what this energy is. When you guys are using spirit to move you, you go how you're guided. There's always, for people who have intuition, okay, 2 roads to travel. And those 2 roads to travel are what our intuition tells us and what our mind tells us. And with that man made energy of the road, many people, okay, base their walk in life off of what people before them have done. We're not out here making roads. These roads were already made, lanes going this way, and all we're called to do is travel them. Okay? With that being said, I want to say this as well. Whatever choices you guys are having to make when closing out this chapter and or this cycle, do not let anyone project onto you and make you feel as if what you're moving toward and how you're moving is not right for you. No one knows your spirit. All they see is what happens when you listen to it, correct? All they can say is, well, what can they say? All they can do is look at your movements. All they can do is watch your movements. They don't understand why you're moving the way you move. And again, while people like to speculate, okay, no one has to walk in your shoes. I need you guys to truly understand what I'm saying in this message, with this poem, with the references that I'm making. You're making choices, 2 of Wands. And when you choose to walk down a path, a road, whatever, okay, go down that way. It is normal and natural for you to look back, for you to look at your other options as you're going down a path. It's normal for you to second guess yourself. It's normal for you to have doubt. But what I need you to know, we are all doing something, being moved by something that is higher and greater than ourselves. Most of us who are letting our intuition move us have learned to do so because of not listening to it in the past. The mind alone is not going to show you or tell you everything you need to know in this walk of life. It's not. Trust your intuition. Trust your guidance. Trust who moves you forward positively. Okay? We've all been in a space where we couldn't see certain options, right? We didn't know there were other options. We didn't know there were other roads to travel because we were so one-track minded. Moving forward, okay? You guys are healing. I don't want you to feel regret, shame, guilty for choosing your walk, your road. Okay? As long as you are getting to the destination that is meant for your highest good, you will always be walking the right road, traveling the right road. Okay? Let other people speculate about why you're doing what you're doing. They see it's working for you. They see you're becoming a better person, a stronger person, more healed. Okay? But at the same time, they don't understand why you. It's not their thing to understand. You understand? You know why you move how you move. You know who moves you. You know what you believe, what you trust in. I said what I'm saying now based off of what I said this morning. A lot of things are going to be happening. Okay? A lot of good things are going to be happening in the collective for a lot of people. And I said, the road not traveled. People say that it's called the road less traveled, but that's even wrong. It's titled the road not the road not taken, not less traveled. Do you understand? With this 2 of Wands, like we started in the beginning, only you have to move. And clearly, as that second one behind you can't be moved, there's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back to the old you, the unhealed you, the angry you, the bitter you. We've all been there. All you can do is go forward. All you can do is look at that world, okay, and move forward into a new one, into a better one, into a more wholesome one, and be grateful and proud in your movements. You won't be standing still forever. You won't be at the crossroad forever. But you have to understand a lot of people are at a point right now where there are some choices. Number two, that you are going to be having to make, and they need to be solely on you. It needs to be you making a choice for you, not thinking about other individuals and how they're going to feel. Not saying be assholes. You understand what I'm saying? But this is something that is going to change the trajectory of your world. So you have to be at the forefront of this decision. You will need to use your intuition. There's Archangel Michael. 2121, 33. There's God. You will need to listen to your inner guidance. You will need to finally say goodbye to the past because it's not moving and or changing. That thing is nailed down. The future is what you have. The passion within you that stems from where you've come from, what you've gone through, is what is going to move you forward. Okay? Let's get a couple cards. Let's close this out. It wasn't a long message. What does the collective need to know this weekend? The Star card. Okay. Chosen ones, listen here. Hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, rejuvenation. This is what's coming. This is what you guys are undergoing right now. Spiritual awakening, spiritual healing, spiritual purging, spiritual cleansing. This has nothing to do with being famous or none of that. It does to the 3D person. But this card, when it comes out, it marks a very important time in your life. It marks a time when you are taking many, many chances on yourself. When you are allowing yourself to release what it is that is truly not going to serve the ascended version of who you are. Your soul is asking to be cleansed. Your spirit is asking to be listened to. Anything else? Anything else? Continue your healing. You guys are chosen to heal. This is also, you already saw 144 during this live. This is you being chosen. You are a star in the divine's eyes. You are a starseed. You're a healer. You're anointed. You're protected. What else? What else? Like I said 717. 717. With this 7 of Swords coming out in reverse, this is you. Okay? Taking a chance on you and not allowing the manipulation, the mind games, the trickery, the deceit of other people to stop you from knowing what's best for you or from learning. Okay? A lot of this 7 of Swords energy is going to be revealed to a lot of people. And when I see this, I see the 7 of Swords with the star, meaning people that wanted to trick you out of your healing, people that wanted to confuse your mind on why you needed to heal, people who wanted to play mind games and manipulate your situation so you couldn't heal. 7 of Swords in reverse is also telling me things are about to be revealed to you due to your healing. So for a lot of you guys, you're going to be having many more dreams, many more realizations, many more epiphanies, because you're ready. Those of you with gifts, they're about to get even louder. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. Yep. The world. The world. The Ace of Cups. Okay now. So, this is a message for chosen ones. See the star card here. Okay. This is definitely a healing message with the star card. You're healing, correct? This is a truth that you needed. Heavy, heavy Aquarius energy, heavy, heavy collective energy. Collectively, a lot of people are healing so much that the truth is just obvious. Your truth. Why you're a healer. Why you were called to heal. For me, I was taught, okay, if you are forced to heal, it's because you are meant to heal others. So a lot of you, stop doubting your gifts, stop doubting your capabilities. This is your walk of life. Healing. If you can do it for yourself, you can do it for others. Do it with pride. Do it with passion. Do it with love. Do it with authenticity. Okay? In the world, in the Ace of Cups. Because you are needed here. You are needed here. And for some of you, some of us need to stop shying away from. I'm hearing that song Spotlight. Need to stop shying away from what is destined for you. Okay? It's crazy because I found that the people whose destiny does not require them to be in the spotlight, more so they're really destined or supposed to be playing, the background, because there's a lot of work to be done there as well. Everybody wants to be seen. Okay? Everybody wants to be on the forefront. But that's not everybody's calling. That's not everybody's walk of life. And it seems like the people that are destined to be in the spotlight are afraid of they're afraid of it. They're afraid of it. And some of you, your calling is calling you to get out there because you have what the world needs. Your love, your passion, your truth, your clarity, your boldness, your rawness is why God chose you to be a healer. Understand? Okay. This is something too someone needs because in this new cycle, just talking about next year. Let's just talk about next year, okay? Some of y'all are gonna have to. I'm hearing, I'm coming up. I want the world to know. It's okay. So that can go many different ways. That could be for those healers that have been afraid to be out here, and it can also be for individuals, okay, that are becoming open about who they are, loving themselves. Okay, we're talking about the LGBTQ community as well. Here is what I'm getting through this energy as well. People are going to be coming out and expressing themselves and showing who they are and taking off the veil and the masks. And it's okay. You're loved regardless. There ain't no hate over here. Okay? You love who you love. You are who you are. There are healers for every sector in life. A lot of different individuals, a lot of different sectors, a lot of different people, okay, communities have gone through a lot of oppression. There is a healer for every community. There is a healer for every group. And I mean this from the bottom of my spirit. Okay? So with that star card, we have the Ace of Swords, mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, a sharp mind. Okay? In the world, completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, arriving. In the Ace of Cups, love, compassion, creative new feelings, spirituality, intuition. Some of y'all in this new year, you're going to be getting pregnant, okay? New baby, proposal, marriage in this new year. Some of y'all are going to be getting proposed to. Divine feminines, divine masculines, you're going to be getting married. These things you can't see now, I'm telling you. Your gifts are going to open up so much where you're going to see exactly what it is you need to see. The doubt is fading. The worry is fading. The Eight of Swords is fading. The Nine of Wands is fading. I'm calling it out. No longer are you going to be the wounded warrior. You are the victor in your healing journey. You're not a survivor anymore. You are a victor. Okay? So for all of you, you may have to go back and watch the live and see how that poem resonates and what it means for you in your life. Okay? But hopefully it helps you to tap in more to resonance and perception, which are very key elements because, like I said, okay, 3 people could hear the same message and get 3 different things from that same message. 3 people can read the same thing and get 3 different messages from that one reading. Confirmation. What I'm saying here is we all have to be understanding, okay, and empathetic when it comes to other individuals. Yes. Sometimes we just have to chalk it up and say, listen, they don't get it from my point of view. Resonance means not making something fit that's not supposed to fit. When you're watching these tarot readings, you must take what resonates. Every reading is not your reading. Every reader that speaks a message is not talking about you. You must understand your perception of these situations is very key here. Because again, going into this newness, that 7 of Swords, it's in reverse. It's not upright. So don't self-sabotage yourself. But what that 7 of Swords is telling you is the more you heal, the more you will see the plots, the plans, the sneakiness, the projection, the people trying to take you out of your element and why. It's because you're meant to heal. Don't allow anyone to stop that. Keep going, keep moving, keep loving yourself, and keep knowing that you are extremely loved and protected by the divine. I love y'all. Happy Friday. Happy weekend.